just 24 hours after receiving one of the Catholic Church's most significant symbols of pastoral authority at the Vatican, Archbishop Denis Kofi Agbenyadzi returned to the altar, not for another ceremony of honor, but for one of thanksgiving. At the SMA Generalate in Rome, the founding Metropolitan Archbishop of the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Berberati in the Central African Republic celebrated his first Mass since receiving the Pallium, surrounded by SMA missionaries, family members, friends, and well-wishers. The celebration was marked by gratitude as prayers and hymns filled the chapel in thanksgiving for a missionary whose journey has now entered a historic new chapter. Receiving the Pallium, a symbol of the pastoral authority and communion shared by metropolitan archbishops with the Holy Father, Archbishop Denis described the moment as both an honor and a renewed call to serve God's people.
It's a new dynamism, a new strength given to the church. For a long time we have been with only one archdiocese. So it's like giving a second lungs to the church to breathe better. And Berberati being chosen is God's own plan, and inviting us to go or move further and drop our nets. So that's what I would say. I'll not have any program, but then I'll count on the Lord's own word, as he said to Peter, go further, drop the nets. So I'll live in that expectation. Lord, lead me where you want, and let me hear your voice, always going farther, and dropping the nets.
For the Society of African Missions, Archbishop Denis's reception of the Pallium is a moment of pride, a testament to decades of missionary commitment and service.
Ce sont des sentiments de reconnaissance à Dieu. C'est là pour dire que Dieu va là où il veut. Voilà, un archevêque qui vient des milieux pygmées. Voilà, parfois on dit que c'est impossible. Dieu va là où il veut et choisit qui il veut. Voilà, donc ce sont des sentiments de reconnaissance vis-à-vis de Dieu, qui est l'auteur même de notre vocation. Il a été nommé comme archevêque, c'est une haute responsabilité de rentrer dans le jeu d'unité de toute l'Église, d'abord toute l'Église qui est en Centrafrique et de toute l'Église universelle. C'est ça même la remise du panier, c'est ça le sens d'unité. Alors, mon souhait, c'est vraiment, restons en union de prière, prions pour lui. Étant donné que j'ai travaillé là-bas pendant plus de 12-13 ans, je connais bien le milieu, donc je lui souhaite beaucoup de courage. Mais avec Dieu, tout est possible.
It's a great joy for us to see an SMA, an African SMA, appointed Archbishop, the first in the history of the SMA. We have had archbishops, but this is the first time the African Foundation that was started in 1983. We have seen some of the fruits of it. And for me, it's important because the SMA has sown the seed for a long time in Africa. You have seen where there was no church, now there is strong churches. And now, having been at the grassroots, the SMA is now being called to take part in the service of leadership in the church. And the service of leadership is very important because that's where also policies are made, evangelization, vision is formed, new paths of mission and development are nurtured. So it's good to be part of that leadership, to be part of the leadership teams at that level, so that the SMA spirit, the SMA charism can also be taken into consideration during debates and during discussions. So having sown the seed, I've seen the seed grow. Now having opened the doors of the SMA to Africans, and now having Africans appointed as bishops and now as Archbishop, it is to see how gradually the seed that was sown is taking place. For me, I'm very happy about it. And it's my prayer that more Africans will be found worthy to exercise that service of leadership, to give new impetus and new direction to evangelization in Africa and why not in the world.
Behind the ecclesiastical honor lies a man remembered by many simply as a humble missionary, faithful priest, and trusted friend. Traveling from Boston to share in the celebration, one of his longtime friends, Father Chris Hickey, reflected on the qualities that have defined his ministry through the years.
So I'm Father Christopher Hickey. They call me Father Chris from Boston. And Father Dennis came to me 21 years ago, and we formed a beautiful friendship, a brotherhood right away. He's a joy to be with. He's one of my best friends in the whole world. And some years later, he teased me about not coming to Central African Republic. And I said, if you could become a bishop, I will come to Central African Republic. And he called me up and said, my brother, you must need to put on some suitcases and get packed. You're coming. I said, what? I said, the Pope made a mistake. I can't come there. And I went to Central African Republic for his ordination. And since then, he has still come to our parish every summer as an SMA first, and now just as a bishop from Central Africa, Bibarati. And then when I got the word in the spring that he was being made an archbishop, I got a few friends together to come to Rome to see that happen. It was overwhelming. What an experience to be at the chair of Peter at St. Peter's with the Holy Father himself there to confer the Pallium. So it was overwhelming. I would say, if I had to sort of wrap up my sense of who this man is, I would say to you that he's the most joy-filled priest that I know. He loves his priesthood, and because of that, I know as a bishop, and now as an archbishop, he loves his people. He wants for them all to grow closer to God, and it's evident in everything he does, and in every action that he has. It's very evident to anyone who knows him that this is his truest joy. He was called, and he's answered the call, and I can't imagine him have done anything else with his life except what he's doing now. So our best wishes go to him all the way from Boston, Massachusetts, and I thank the SMAs for our relationship over the years, and I'm honored to be part of this whole weekend.
For his family, witnessing this milestone was both joyful and deeply moving.
Aujourd'hui, c'est un jour de joie, de bonheur, d'action de grâce pour nous, pour la SMA, pour la famille, pour nous qui sommes de la famille de l'Archevêque et surtout pour l'Église universelle. Et je bénis le Seigneur pour sa vie, je bénis le Seigneur pour la famille SMA qui l'a comme un don, c'est une grâce pour la famille, pour nous aussi et pour toute l'Église. Denis a été un évêque, un prêtre d'abord très humble depuis le premier jour. Je suis venue des États-Unis avec un de ses classmates. Il a dit, from day to day, what he has been always like that, il n'a jamais changé. Et ce qui m'a beaucoup motivé chez lui, c'est son esprit d'humilité. Esprit d'humilité et d'attachement profond au Christ. Donc nous rendons grâce à Dieu pour sa vie. Et ce que je nous demande surtout, c'est de le porter dans nos prières. De beaucoup prier pour lui, parce que la mission, là où il est, ce n'est pas une mission facile. Mais le Seigneur a toujours été là pour lui et il sera toujours là pour lui. Et nos humbles prières vont toujours l'accompagner dans sa mission, pour une mission fructueuse, pour la plus grande gloire de Dieu et surtout pour le salut de toutes les âmes qui lui sont confiées.
From the joy of receiving the Pallium in St. Peter's Basilica to the quiet thanksgiving offered in the chapel of the SMA Generator, the message remained the same. Every honor in the church is ultimately a call to greater service. For Archbishop Dennis Kofi Agbenyadzi, the journey continues, not simply as the first Metropolitan Archbishop of Berberati, but as a missionary shepherd committed to leading Christ's flock with faith, humility, and hope.